Good morning, my dear students. How are you all? I hope you all are fine at your home. Welcome back once again in my class. Today we are going to start our revision of our previous chapters in English language. If you want to know these chapters in detail, please go through the previous video which I was uploaded earlier. So now we are going to start our revision of chapter 1, the sentence. Here, my dear students, you already know that we need language to give and receive information, to express our ideas to others and receive ideas from them in return. And for almost everything we say or write. For such communicative purposes, we make some arrangements of words. These are called sentences. So here you can see a collection of words without a proper arrangement does not make a sense or does not make a sentence. Now, what is sentence? So here you can see, my dear students, a sentence is a group of words which makes a complete sense. We use sentences to say something. Here I am repeating it once again. A sentence is a group of words which makes a complete sense. We use sentences to say something. There are parts of sentences. You can see a sentences must have a subject, and a verb. Here you can see what is subject. Here subject, the subject of a sentence names a person, place, things or ideas. Person, place, things or ideas. It tells us who or what the sentence is all about. Here subject, the subject of a sentence names a person, place, things or idea. It tells us who or what the sentence is all about. Now the second part of sentence, verb. Here verb, words which express some action or work of the subjects are called verbs, or you can also say all doing or action words are verbs. All doing or action words are verb. Here you can see, my dear students, examples are given. First one, Ravi is running. Then what is subject here? Ravi. You can say the subject of sentence names a person. So here subject is Ravi. Ravi is the name of a particular person. Is running is a verb. Now second example, Dev and Sunil are fighting. Dev and Sunil are fighting. Here also you can see what is subject here? Dev and Sunil. Dev and Sunil is subject and are fighting is verb. Now the third example, I am eating. I am eating. Here I is a subject. I is a subject and am eating verb. Am eating verb. I am repeating once again. What is verb? All doing or action words are verb. Running, fighting, eating, they are all doing or action words. That's why they are verb. Now We are playing. We are playing. Here we is a subject. We is a subject. Are playing is verb. The next one. It is raining. It is raining. Then what is subject here? It. And verb is raining. Now last one. Sanjeev is reading. Sanjeev is reading. Then what is subject here? Sanjeev. Sanjeev is the name of a particular person. Is reading is a verb. Is a verb. Now come to the next page. Kinds of sentences. Kinds of sentences. Here you can see there are different kinds of sentences. Some gives advice or order. Some ask questions and some may give informations. So, depends upon their nature, sentences are divided into 4 types. First one, a declarative sentence. Now we are going to study about declarative sentence. Here, a declarative sentence makes a statement. You can see the sentence which have subjects before the verb. The sentence which have subjects before the verb are called assertive or declarative sentences. We can also say assertive sentence of declarative sentence. They are used to convey information. They are used to convey information. For example, it is raining. They convey the message that it is raining. And second example you can see, Mayank likes football. Mayank likes football. They convey the information about Mayank that he likes football. Now, next one. Tokyo is in Japan. Tokyo is in Japan. It is also convey the information that where is Tokyo? Tokyo is in Japan. Now, fourth one. The children are swimming. The children are swimming. So here also you get an information that the children are swimming. So these sentences gives us some informations or asserts a fact that it is raining, man likes football, Tokyo is in Japan, the children are swimming. Now the second kind of sentence, an interrogative. An interrogative sentence asks a question. You can say the definition. When the verb comes before the subject, the sentence becomes a question. When the verb comes before the subject, the sentence becomes a question. Such a sentence is called an interrogative sentence. For example, my dear students, you can see on your page number 4, example, where are my keys? Where are my keys? Then here you can see where is the subject? Where is the subject? And where is the verb? Verb comes before the subject. Verb comes before the subject. And the second one, are you coming with me? Are you coming with me? Here where is the verb? Verb comes before the subject. Now you can see here given no more, no more. An interrogative sentence ends with a question mark. This point to be noted, my dear students, that an interrogative sentence ends with a question marks. And questions are used to seek informations. Always questions are used to seek information. Now come to the next page, page number 5. Here now third kind of sentence, exclamatory sentence. A sentence that expresses a sudden feeling of joy, sorrow or surprise is called an exclamatory sentence. I am repeating it once again. Listen carefully. A sentence that expresses a sudden feeling of joy, sorrow or surprise is called an exclamatory sentence. And one more thing, an exclamatory sentence makes a very strong statement. An exclamatory sentence makes a very strong statement called an exclamation. Here you can see, for example, what a kind thing to do. At last, what is given there? Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. What a kind thing to do. What a kind thing to do. Now the second one, how naughty he is. How naughty he is. Now the third one, how beautiful she is. What an idiot I am. Hurrah, we have won the match. You can see the last, I am starting from the last example. Hurrah, we won the match. Which kind of feeling this is? This is a feeling of joy. That hurrah, we won the match. Now, second last, what an idiot I am. Sorrow. What it is the example of sorrow. That what an idiot I am. How beautiful she is. How beautiful she is. Then it is a surprise. How naughty he is. It is also a sorrow. You can see surprise sometimes. You can see how naughty he is. Then you can also how naughty he is. And what a kind thing to do. Feeling of joy. Now no more. One more thing given. You can see on your same page, page number 5. We end an exclamatory sentence with an exclamation mark. Sometimes you can see the mark. Sometimes exclamation mark comes after the word which is expressing the exclamation. Okay, you can see in the last example, sometimes exclamation mark come after the word which is expressing the exclamation. Okay, now fourth one, an imperative sentence. Here an imperative sentence gives an order, request or advice. A sentence which expresses a command, request or order is called an imperative sentence. Imperative sentence. I am repeating once again. An imperative sentence gives an order, request or advice. Order, request or advice. A sentence which expresses a command, request or order is called an imperative sentence. For example, here you can see, please sit down. Please sit down. It is a request. Please sit down. Please sit down. Now, tell me the truth. Sometime being a friendly, you can ask to your friend that please tell me the truth. Sometimes you also give the advice to your friend, please tell the truth to your parents. Now third one, go to your room. It's an order. Go to your room. And one more thing, speak up. Speak up. It is also order. Here one more thing given, you can see no more. On the same page, We can also end an imperative sentence with an exclamation mark. We already studied. If the order is very firm. Second one, a sentence that expresses a sudden wish is called an optative sentence. Optative sentence. I am repeating once again. A sentence that expresses a sudden wish is called an optative sentence. For example, may she live long. May she live long. And second one, may you be blessed with the son. Okay. Now it's time for your homework. I hope you all have already done in your notebook. First one is rearrange the following groups of words into meaningful sentences. Here given, it raining it. You have to write the correct meaningful sentences in the given places. Okay? Please do it once again in your notebook. Question 2. Women, are they beautiful? Question 3. Bark dogs. Question 4. What is a ball far off? Question 5. The is lotus lovely a flower? Question 6. Give shade us trees and fruits. Is the Delhi capital India of? 7th one. And the last 8th one. Beautiful very is the Taj Mahal. You have to do, my dear students, you have to rearrange the following groups of words into meaningful sentences. Okay? And please do it inside your textbook also. And you can, the next one you can see on page number 6. Pick out the subject and the verb from the following sentences and write them. Here you have to write, pick out the subject, and you have to write the subject and verb from the following sentences. Okay? For example, dad is cooking. Then what is subject here? Dad. And what is verb here? Is cooking. Next one, Rahul is running. Subject is Rahul is running. Verb. Third one, the girl is singing. Okay? What is subject here? The girl. And what is verb? The singing. Is singing. You can write there is singing. Okay? Now, I hope you all will do your exercises in your notebook. Okay? Now, thank you so much. We are going to stop here. Okay? Thank you so much. God bless you.